welcome back to EastEnders and Wentworth Forever. Now, I have a new video for you, so let's get started. So in today's one, it's going to be What If, and there's going to be a part 1 and a part 2. This is stuff, what if things happened, what if things changed in Wentworth. So coming up first is Ali died instead of B. Now I kind of feel like if Ali died and B didn't, I kind of feel like B would have gone out. She would have gone all out. She would have planned Ferguson's moves. She would have planned where she would have been, how to kill her, because B already had life without parole, so she wasn't exactly going to get sentenced for even more. She would just be slotted. So I kind of feel like if Ali died, it would break B, but B would also see anger in her, and her anger would come out like it was in season 3. And obviously she would just plan Ferguson's every move until the last detail, like she did with the escape and Braden in season 2. But I just think it would be really cool to watch B's revenge. So next is Frankie got buried alive by accident instead of Joan. Now imagine when Joan and Frankie was at the depot, at the warehouse thing, imagine if when Will turned up in that truck, imagine if he accidentally got Frankie's box instead of Joan's and thought he had Joan's box, but he didn't. He accidentally buried Frankie. I kind of feel like Frankie wouldn't have got out of that. Maybe she would have, Frankie probably would have just kicked the box or, tried to knee the box or whatever. But I kind of feel like that would have been Frankie's exit, I think, for her to go on maternity leave. But it would just be so sad to watch Frankie in that box and slowly go. And then she'd be missing throughout the whole of season 6. So coming up next is Rita and Ruby weren't sisters, they were mom and daughter. Now, a lot of people really did, have a suspicion on this. They actually thought Rita and Ruby were mom and daughter because they haven't got that sister bond. They've got the mother and daughter bond. Like Rita's a mom and Ruby's a daughter, but they've, like, any mom would do anything for their daughter, and this is what Ruby and Rita were like. Rita would literally die or take a bullet for Ruby. So I kind of feel like I think they were mom and daughter, but I don't think the producers wanted to bring it in because they thought it might conclude with other storylines or, but we all knew this one was true. Now next is, what if Ali could walk in the final season and was not in a wheelchair? Now I kind of feel like if Ali was able to walk in the final season, season 8 part 2, now I think she'll be back to the way she was in season 8. She'd be tough. She'd be really, she would just be really tough, she'd probably be still top dog, to be honest, or Rita would have got it. But, it would have been really interesting to see how Ali would have coped with Judy and if she actually would have found out and killed Judy herself. That would have been really fascinating to watch. But, it's just another theory of mine, that I think could have gone really, really good. Now, this what if is Sonia never got pushed off the roof, Kaz did. Now imagine if instead of Sonia being pushed off the roof, imagine if Sonia pushed Kaz off the roof. Like, I have a feeling that the women would hate Sonia for a little bit, but then she'd try and manipulate the women and get top dog, try and say to them, look, Kaz nearly pushed Liz off the roof. She'd make up some sort of story and get Liz to, try and she'd get Liz to try and cover her story, trying to say, you know, if you don't, I will kill. If you don't, you know, if you don't like help cover my story, I will kill you. But if you do, I will forget that you were witness X. You know, sort of like a blackmail story, really. But it would have been really interesting. Now, this one is the prison never blew up; it got closed down. Now, kind of feel like if this was the case, Wentworth could have come back. I think it would have come back because the prison would have just been closed down. It would have just been abandoned, you know. There would have been no women in the prison and they would have just been moved. You know, it wouldn't, they would have a prison to come back to or reopen. But I kind of feel like if this was the case, Wentworth would have come back. I think we definitely would have got Wentworth back if it had closed down. But because it blew up, I still kind of have a feeling it will come back, even though it did, because they've rebuilt the prison before for at the start of season 4. So I kind of, you know, just think that just imagine how crazy and Wentworth would have been back. Now this one is Lou wasn't nasty, she was nice and calm. Now I know this is one that will never ever happen, and you know, no one can see this, but just imagine if Lou was like, she didn't have anger problems, or you know, she didn't get mad at like the slightest thing, you know, someone dissing her or dissing her partner, or you know, taking control over her or trying to fight her or hurt her, you know. Just imagine how this would have gone down. This would have gone down like, I kind of feel like, imagine if Ali and Lou had like a bond, so they got on in the prison, you know. Ali like was on Ali's crew, you know, tried to help Ali with punishing the women and Ferguson and, you know, being nice with Rita, boxing with Rita. But it would have been really weird, Lou Kelly. So next is Jake wasn't the father to Grace, Will was. Now, this one, to be honest, I really wish Will was the father, because I kind of feel like Will and Vera made a better couple than Jake and Vera. I don't know why. Will and Vera have known each other longer than Jake and Vera. So I think they'll just be the perfect bond, the perfect match, the perfect couple, and yeah, they'd be an awesome mom and dad. So this one is Rita never killed Drago, she killed Mari. Now imagine how this would have gone down. This would have been just, you know, one of those scenes, you know. I think Drago would have we would have seen numerous fights between between Drago and Rita. Or Drago would have tried to kill Ruby, you know. But imagine if Mari was only, I know she arrived in episode 4 of season 6, but just imagine if, you know, she died in the final of season 6. How weird. Right, now this is the final one. Will wasn't governor, Linda was. Now, I kind of feel like I think Linda was meant to be governor, or they was planning on giving Linda governor. But just imagine how weird it would have been, Linda governor. There would have been like proper gambling problems. She would have let the women get away with everything. Just, you know, I'm glad Will, but I wish Vera got back governor. So that was my part 1 of my Wentworth What Ifs. Now, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. And part 2 will be coming very soon, because I'm working on it currently. And yeah, it will be good. But see ya.